It's still taking a little time. Yeah. Okay, good morning, all of you. Allow me to share my screen. At the onset, a warm welcome to all of you. And this is the Science Day celebrations. Today is the International Science Day. Uh, Allow me to share my screen. Right. So happy National Science Day to everybody. Today is the anniversary of the discovery of the Raman effect by the Nobel laureate C.V. Raman. And this Science Day is also a powerful advocacy tool to raise the public awareness about the science. So a very happy Science Day to all of you. And this year's Science Day theme is Future of Science, Technology and Innovation, Impacts on Education, Skills and Work, Future of STI. There's a key document being prepared by the DST. It has been now already on the table. It has been finalized. And that is the theme of this year's Science Day. And National Science Day is also the day of the Central University of Punjab where we work. The organizers, the CUP, it was established on this day way back in 2009. So by an act of parliament. So today is the birthday of the wonderful organization where I work. So today with us, there is a very famous dignitary and illuminary of the science in India, Professor Shekhar C. Monday. He is the chief guest of today's function. And before introducing him, allow me to share a little bit of the demographics of today's National Science Day's International Science Quiz that we are organizing. And the deadline of this registration was day before yesterday, that is 25th. And we had received tremendous number of participants across the world. 2,284 responses. That includes 15 countries, including Germany, US, Muscat, Italy, Philippines, Bangladesh, Oman, Qatar, UAE, Japan, UK, the Netherlands, Malaysia, Czech Republic, and Israel. And in India, we have got a large number of participants from various states. All the states have been covered, especially, Maharashtra got the maximum number of participants. 13.6% of the registrants were from Maharashtra. A large number of people are watching this YouTube video. I can see it. And next is from Tamil Nadu and UP. Both got 12.7% of the registrants were from the UP and Tamil Nadu. Then Punjab, 8.1%, Delhi, Jammu and Kashmir, West Bengal, Kerala, Karnataka. I mean, all around India. It's a pan-India event. And I'm really happy to get lots of registrants for this. And as part of the registration, we also asked the highest educational qualification. So 33.4% answered it is bachelor's degree, while 28.8% answered that they have master's degree. And 20.5% of the participants are school students. I'm really happy that a lot of school students are participating in this event. And 11.3% already have PhD, and a large number of participants are, they're general public. So the quiz is completely open, and there is a prize money for this quiz as well. And, the winners will be revealed in the next half an hour. So let us wait and watch. So today's chief guest is Professor Shekhar C. Monday. And Professor Monday is the current director of the Director General of the CSIR, one of India's most prestigious institute, the most prestigious, I would say, CSIR, oldest and grandest institute of the research and development in India. And he's also the current secretary of the DSIR of Government of India. And he holds the Doctor of Philosophy, that PhD in Molecular Biophysics, that is MBU, Molecular Biophysics Unit from the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. And he did postdoctoral fellow at University of Groningen in the Netherlands before coming back home in India to serve this country with pride. And he worked as senior staff scientist at Center for DNA Fingerprinting and Diagnosis since 2001. So he worked in CDR, the CDFD for quite some time in Hyderabad. And he also later he worked as director of one of the very prestigious organization called NCCS Pune, National Center for Cell Science. Professor Mande has been awarded with a very prestigious Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize. That is also called Indian Nobel Prize. He had been awarded with this prize. And he is also a fellow of all science academies in the country. And of course, many more achievements. Sir, without wasting much time, over to you, sir, for your inaugural address.
Thank you, Felix, very much for your kind words. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Central University, Punjab, all the faculty members, deans of faculties, students, and everyone who has joined around the world on this celebration of the National Science Day. First of all, my greetings to all of you of the National Science Day on today's day. Also, greetings to all the Central University Punjab fraternity on your foundation day. It's such a pleasant coincidence that you are founded on the National Science Day, and that reflects the true spirit of how well you have been doing over the years. I've had a chance to come to Central City, Punjab about 2 years ago, and I cherish those moments when I was there. As many of you are aware, and as Felix rightly mentioned, that we celebrate today as a National Science Day to commemorate the discovery of Sir C.V. Raman's Raman effect. In fact, he announced in the run-up to his discovery of C.V. Raman, his Raman effect, he had observed, some of his students had observed something called a weak fluorescence of liquids, with which the Raman urged Sir K.S. Krishnan, another luminary of Indian science, to undertake this work and find out what is the base of weak fluorescence. And indeed, on 27th February 1928, they set up an experiment using sunlight, and the sunlight would be incident on the liquids. But by the time the experiment was conducted, the sun had set. So they had to make observation on 28th February 1928. And of course, they found that not only weak fluorescence, but also bands which are separated by dark bands, what we today call as the Raman effect. So Raman effect was discovered on 20th February 1928. It was announced to the public on 29th February in Associated Press. And on 8th March, they submitted, Raman and Krishnan submitted the paper to Nature. And as luck would have it, the referees rejected the paper. But all of us we go through this every day in our careers, referees rejecting our work, and we get used to those kind of frustrations in our life. But nonetheless, the editor of Nature saw the merit of the work and decided to publish the paper, despite referee rejection of the paper. So this is where actually foresight of editors and people, senior people who are policymakers or decision makers, comes in truly handy. So editor rejected referee's opinions and decided that he's going to publish the paper, which was eventually published, and rest is history, as they say. It's a wonderful occasion for all of us to remember the Raman effect, but it's also wonderful to celebrate achievements of science over the years in the country. We have been very fortunate as citizens of India that we have a very unique constitution where Constitution Article 51A states that we must develop scientific temper amongst our people. It's a very, very unique. I mean, many other nations probably don't take a note of it, but we as Indians must be very proud that Constitution guarantees inculcation of scientific temper amongst all the people. It's fantastic. Number two, among the many countries which became independent around the same time from colonial powers, India was the only country which adopted science and technology as a vehicle of its growth. And the results are there for everyone to see 75 years later, that amongst all the countries which became independent at that time, what wonders science and technology have done to our people here. So these are all different kinds of occasions to celebrate achievements of science. But let us also remember there are many difficult problems that are staring at us, and many of those problems would have scientific solutions. And let us all commit ourselves once again to the development of our country, to the development of our people, and to the development of humanity in general. So while we celebrate achievements of science and effect it has had, the enormous positive effect it has had on Indian people. Let us commit ourselves for future and make sure that all the people of India are with us in the journey towards that particular future. Thank you all very much for inviting me. I consider it as an honor to be with you on this dual occasion of National Science Day and the Foundation Day of Central University Punjab. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful words and emphasizing on the science in country as well as the brief history of the Science Day and Raman effect. And you are with us for this is the third function. You came here in the university for the one of the our Foundation Day 2 years back. And a few months back, you were also part of our science leadership program. I still remember with fond memories. You shared your own life story. Thank you so much for, from bottom of our heart. And now let me introduce our Vice Chancellor. So allow me to share my screen once again. We have large number of participants who are not from the university. So this is my humble privilege to introduce him, sir. Professor Rakhavendra P. Tiwari is our Vice Chancellor. He joined a few months back, and he is basically our VC. Of course, we belongs to Ministry of Education, Government of India. Earlier, he served as a Vice Chancellor at Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya in Sagar in Madhya Pradesh for quite some time. A very well-established scientist, and he's internationally renowned for his work in geodesy and geology. And he holds the PhD in geology, especially in paleontology, from Guwahati University in Assam, and Joint Secretary of the Paleontological Society of India. And he is also, a member of the Exploration Research Advisory Committee of the Atomic and Mineral Division, and many more achievements. So it's a privilege to have you with us, sir. And of course, this entire event was completely supervised by Professor Tiwari. And over to you, sir, for your inaugural remarks. Sir, could you please unmute yourself, please?
Dr. Shekhar Mande, Honorable Director General of CSIR, and my colleagues from Central University Punjab, dear students, and all participants. My greetings to you all on the occasion of 12th Foundation Day of our university, and also on National Science Day. We have heard Professor Shekhar Mande, and I'm thankful to him for accepting our invitation on very short notice. And I learned today that he has very long association with us, and in fact, I'm sure that when he visited and he spoke, then our faculty members and such scholars were inspired, and they carried forward the very good tradition of good research in this university. Though we are just 11 years old, but we have achieved many milestones, particularly in the area of science, in terms of extramural research funding and in terms of publications in Web of Science. We are number one amongst all the new central universities that were set up in 2019. And my compliments to my predecessors who have built very robust infrastructure for quality research and teaching. And so this is our strength. Science, we all know that it can come only through good education. And we know that we are already in Industrial Revolution 4. And corresponding to that, we are not yet Education 4. Education 4 only can come when we implement NEP 2020, which is basically, if we see Education 1, 2, 3, 4. Education 1 is basically rote learning, memory recall. Education 2 is basically knowledge-based. Education 3 is internet-based learning, and Education 4 is innovation-based learning, and where the role of science is very crucial, and it is the it should be the endeavor of all higher education institutions to take the research ecosystem of the nation to higher pedestal, so that we can meet all the challenges of Industrial Revolution 4, and we can come out with flying colors. Of course, India is largely a welfare state. And that is why India cannot spend much on things like education and all. In spite of much efforts now, government of India has committed to contribute only 6% of GDP on education, whereas the rough estimate is that it should not be less than 10%. But because of welfare state, India has to spend on several welfare measures, and in order to boost economy, science has to play a very important role. Though we have achieved greater heights in several areas in science and technology, but scalification and covering all aspects of research in certain areas we lag behind, and this can happen only when we popularize science, we incubate, we give our students, our youth, chance for ideation, and our efforts will be to make them entrepreneurship. So this is the only way, and these are the occasions when we invite great scientists of the country to inspire our young faculty and research scholars. So and it is one of the components for building a robust research ecosystem and teaching ecosystem. So I'm thankful again to Dr. Shekhar Mande, and my compliments to Dr. Felix and his team for organizing this international science quiz. This was hurriedly planned. Therefore, the participation is around 2,000 plus only. Next year, we'll again scale it up, and our effort would be to have at least 10,000 participants, and the number of questions also will be more. And here, schools also, we have good around 20% participants, but the largest enrollment in the schools only, and only 26% of school students reach higher education. That is what we call it GR. So this and graduation again, in the higher educations, graduation is the maximum number. So proportionately their participation is more. But if we see the total number and percentage of enrollment in these classes, then certainly we need to scale it up. And it is more and more science school students that we should rope in activities like this. So we'll further customize all our efforts to include the young ones, because we need to catch them young, and we need to sensitize them. We need to inspire them to take up science as a career, because we all know that the cream goes somewhere else, and it is only the third or fourth level of intellectual capital of India that comes to higher education, that comes to science. So that our efforts should be like that. So my compliments to again all the faculty members for taking trouble of organizing this, and thanks again to Dr. Shekhar Mande. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir, for a very thought-provoking address, and especially the future of India is our children. And as you rightly said, that we will definitely have to increase the number of participants next year. Probably we'll get more than 10,000. We will try our best efforts to increase the number of participants too. And we have really good number of participants now. I can see that lots of people are watching all around India as well as around the world with different time zones. And still, I'm really happy that lots of people are there right now with us. And next is Professor Vusrika. Professor Vusrika is our Dean in charge of academics. How about you, sir, for a few words about our university as well as the functionality of your school?
Good morning, everyone. Professor Shekhar Mande, Professor Tiwari, and all my colleagues. So I will talk a few words about academic activities. So Central University of Punjab is at the forefront of academics, and we have made several changes already in our syllabus and curricular structure that is in line with international standards and curriculum. And recently, we are also working on incorporating the NEP. We are making changes as per NEP 2020. And from this coming academic year, we plan to implement a good amount of NEP 2020. So our students have done very well when we talk about academics. Many of them, they have gone to do PhD in some of the best institutes in India and abroad. And some of them have got jobs in companies, and some of them also have started companies of their own. So they have become entrepreneurs, which is a very good thing. That is what we are encouraging these days, to get involved with industry. And we also, our students are also involved in other like social activities, so which is in addition to the academics, they also do that side by side. So this way we are trying to give them a holistic kind of education, not just a classroom kind of activity, but other things associated with classroom activity that will increase their experience with reference to research and real life kind of conditions. So with this, I will stop because I only was given 1 minute, I guess.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your comments. And now we have Dean in charge of students welfare. He is a DSW, Dean of the Student Welfare, Professor V.K. Garg. He is an internationally renowned scientist in environmental sciences. Over to you, sir, Professor Garg.
Thank you, Dr. Felix. Honorable Professor Shekhar Mandeji, Director General CSIR, respected Professor R.P. Tiwariji, Vice Chancellor, Central University of Punjab, and my learned colleagues from Central University of Punjab, a very good morning to all of you. I was listening to Professor Mandeji and Professor Tiwariji, and Tiwari sir has given a very good idea that we should customize such kind of programs for the school students. And then when Honorable Vice Chancellor, Honorable Prime Minister of the country announced NEP, then what he said that I'm going to repeat here, and those words were coming to my mind. He said at that time that the future of the nation is these students. And future of the nation is what these students think today, and their dreams will shape the future of the nation. We need to be future ready, and we need to be future fit. Dr. Felix, I think such kind of programs are very, very important for the students, because when we organize such type of programs, we develop some kind of interactive platforms. We develop a community, and where the students can share their views with each other. Then if students participate in such kind of programs, then means they learn something that is beyond their prescribed syllabus. And many a times I have seen many scientists that while turning the pages of different journals, they started working on something else which was not their area of research, just out of interest, and they did wonderful work. And similarly, such kind of programs encourage teamwork among the students. And finally, I'll say such kind of programs, they bridge industry academic gap also. And finally, as our Vice Chancellor mentioned a number of times, that such kind of program lead to experiential learning. So very best of luck to all the students, those are participating, and many, many congratulations, those will emerge winner out of this program. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Next is Professor Anjana Munshi. Over to you, ma'am. Professor Munshi is a Dean of the Research in the Central University of Punjab, and she is an internationally renowned geneticist. Over to you, ma'am.
A very good morning to all of you. Honorable Director General CSIR, Dr. Shekhar Mandeji, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Tiwariji, my dear colleagues. It's a privilege for me, to speak a few words on this day. Actually, we are celebrating three things. I'll say today is the Science Day, Foundation Day of our university, and I would also add something to it that our achievements as in science, as Central University of Punjab has been a research-centric university right from the very beginning, based on the vision of all the three vice chancellors, right from Professor Jairoop Singh ji, our next vice chancellor, Shri, the next one who was in line, and then Professor Tiwari ji, who is always thinking in terms of how we can take forward the university. Now, in terms of science, let me tell you that we have the H index of the university as per the recent, update is as per Scopus is 48 and 43 as per Web of Science. We have more around 11,000 citations till now, and university is also the main focus of the university is health and research. And also the environment, because Malwa region has come under focus because of its high prevalence of cancer, birth defects, and very high incidence of diabetes in this region. So therefore, we are also trying to look into the ethnic specific predisposition of the community here, like in terms of genetic predisposition and other environmental factors interacting. Now, university also has projects worth 56 crore 77 lakhs 42,597 till now, and we have 6 departments who have got DST FISH grant, and also 2 big grants under Madan Mohan Malviya, teaching learning centers of 5 crores and 1 crores each. And in addition to that, we also have started getting into the innovation now, because the university was now new, and we didn't try to get into we have started establishing now, working towards establishing innovation in cells, incubation centers, and also research park. So we are all working together on that front also, and I hope that within a couple of years we will make our existence, we will show our existence in these areas as well. So therefore, the university also has signed MOUs with many national and international institutions of repute, and the faculty publishes really very high quality research. We had one of the faculty members recently published 4 papers in Lancet with more than 60 impact factor. So that is an honor. So I hope under the leadership of our Vice Chancellor, we'll still achieve many more milestones in the field of research. So I congratulate Dr. Felix and his team under the patronage of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, that he has organized this quiz that inculcates scientific spirit in school kids, especially because it starts from inception. So I also wish all the best to all the students who are participating in this quiz program, and good luck to those who will emerge as winners. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for a wonderful speech and highlighting the research achievements of the university. Next is Professor Raj Kumar. He is heading this team of this Science Day quiz, and he is also a very well-known, the young scientist working in pharmacology, and he has won multiple times the Best Researcher Award of the university, and today also expected that he will be getting the award. Over to you, Professor Raj Kumar.
Thank you very much, Felix. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor R.P. Tiwari ji, Professor Shekhar Mandey ji, Honorable DGCSIR, and my senior colleagues and my friends. Actually, under the leadership of Professor R.P. Tiwari, a committee was constituted to celebrate the Science Day. So, Science Day Committee, as well as the Innovation, Incubation and Research Park Committee of the CUPB, have already organized 2 lectures under the leadership of Professor Tiwari ji. One was conducted on Feb 23rd, 2021 by Honorable Secretary Dr. Renu Swarup ji, DBT Ministry of Science and Technology. And second lecture was conducted on February 25th by Padam Vibhushan Professor M.M. Sharma ji, Institute of Chemical Technology, Mumbai. And a third one has to be done, conducted today by Padma Vibhushan Professor Vijay P. Bhatkar, Honorable Chancellor, Nalanda University. So we are already into the research, and our Honorable Vice Chancellor always emphasizes on research, and he brings the person, the scientist of high repute from the scientific community. So today's pride to our Indian community as well. I heard the headlines today: ISRO to launch Amazonia 1 along with 18 other satellites today. So it's a privilege. It's a proud privilege for us that we are celebrating Science Day as well as our foundation day. So thank you very much all, and I wish good luck to the students, candidate participants who will be participating in the quiz context. And thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Raj Kumar, for your remarks. And now I will, we are starting with the formal section of the quiz competition. So let me now share my screen for some of the, the rules and regulations of the quiz competition. Okay, so we will just see that. So the quiz is now, we are going to conduct the quiz through a platform called menti.com. So after this instruction, all of you, whoever is watching, should switch to the menti.com on your device, either mobile phone or your laptop or computer, whichever device that you are using. Menti.com, that is where the platform is. Right now, please listen carefully the rules and regulations. And when you go to this website, the menti.com, it will ask you to enter a nickname. And remember, it's very important, you should not enter the nickname, but it should be your real name, the name which you registered for this quiz competition. Because we cannot trace whose nickname belongs to who is the person. Okay, so that is really important. So nicknames are not accepted and will not be counted for the award. It has to be your real full name, exactly the same as the one which you used for the registration. That's really important. And the quiz has got timed questions. So each one has got 15 seconds. That is a time for each question. Have got the choices. It's all multiple choices. You will have only 15 seconds to answer each question. So it's all automatically timed. And when the quiz starts, the question appears and the participants needs to answer before the countdown timer finishes. So you have to answer it. Otherwise, you will not get any points, and only you are going to have 15 seconds to answer. But most importantly, the faster you answer, you will get more points. The program even measures a microsecond response time. So if you can answer the question much faster, you are going to get a lot more points. So that is really important to answer it faster. There is no negative marking. So wrong or no answer is going to get only 0 points. So you're welcome for, the intelligent guessing. If you are confused, you can, of course, you are welcome to guess out the correct answer. No problem with that. So the faster you answer, the higher score you will get. That I have already emphasized on this point. This is really important feature of this particular quiz, the way that we are conducting this quiz. So the program measures the response time up to the microseconds. So therefore, looking up the answers in the internet before answering is not a good idea at all. It's better to answer it faster to get better points. And after each question, there will be a leaderboard declaring who is the winner of that question and up to that level, So the competition, who is charting that list of the participants, almost 2,000 participants we have it today, with their exact points. Everything is, you can see that on the screen. And at the end of the last question, the winner will be declared, And once the question is completed, or the last question is completed, all participants should once again watch the final concluding program in the same university's YouTube channel where you are watching right now, So we have a concluding session where we are going to formally announce the winners, and also winners will also get a chance to speak. So if you are the winner, please contact me. You have my email address. You are welcome to email me. Please mute all of you, okay? So you are welcome to email me in case you would like to talk to me, right? So I encourage you to be part of the same, the YouTube session so that the world can see who are the winners of today's function, right? So these are the instructions. So we are now going to start in the next 6 minutes, okay? So 6 minutes, we are going to start the session. Please go to menti.com. menti.com and enter the code 4077510, right? So go to the following website using any standard browser, using your computer or the mobile device, and make sure you're having a very good internet connectivity, okay? So I suggest you, if you are from home, you may go to your terrace, no problem, or to your garden, to increase the mobile internet connectivity. And we are not responsible if you have any problems with your internet. So the internet connectivity is really important. And yes, please go to menti.com and enter the code 4077510. 510. 4077 510, and make sure you're entering with your full name, not your nickname. I repeat, menti.com, menti.com, and enter the code 4077 510.
हाँ बाबू साहब, कल क्या हुआ? प्रणाम प्रणाम। अरे भाई साहब मैं माफी चाहता हूँ।
I repeat, please go to menti.com. If you're watching this video in the YouTube, you should go to this site. Okay, YouTube, you cannot get this quiz competition. You have to go to this website, menti.com, and use the code 4077 510. And you have to use your real name. No nicknames are allowed. I can see a large number of people on this already. We have around 300 participants as of now. We are waiting a few more minutes for all the other participants to join. If you're watching this through the YouTube, please go to this website, menti.com, menti.com, and use the code 4077 510 and enter through your real name. No nicknames allowed. We are starting in another 3 minutes. Last few minutes left. I repeat, if you're watching in the YouTube, you have to go to a website. Do not stay in the YouTube. You have to open a website, menti.com, menti.com, and enter the code 4077 510. Last 1 minute. We are starting in 1 minute. All right, we are starting the quiz, and as I said, the faster you respond to the quiz, you're going to get more points. All right, so within next 10 seconds, we are starting the quiz competition with the first question. The Nobel Prize winner who is credited for discovering how the stars evolve. C.V. Raman, S. Chandrasekhar, Venkatraman Ramakrishnan, Har Gobind Khurana. C.V. Raman answered by most, but that is an incorrect answer. Subramania Chandrasekhar. He's educated in Cambridge University, and 1983 he got this the award, the Nobel Prize. He's a Nobel Prize winner. So the right answer is S. Chandrasekhar. And as we can see, the participant named Jodi Taunk got the he is the winner of this round, 994 points. Question number 2. Who is the chief executive officer of Google? An Indian origin technical person who is the chief executive officer of the Google. Shantanu Narayan, Sundar Pichai, Ajay Bangla, and Indra Nooyi. Sundar Pichai is the right answer. Majority of you answered it right. And he was born in Chennai in 1973 and educated in IIT Kharagpur and Stanford University. Jodi Taunk is second. Jignesh is the first now. Congratulations, Jignesh. At the end of 2 questions, we have got 50 questions in this quiz competition. Now we are at the 3rd question. The first woman president of the Indian National Science Academy, INSA in New Delhi. Kamala Harris, Gagandeep Kang, Rohini Godbole, and Chandrima Saha. The right answer is Chandrima Saha. Majority of fans, you answered it right. The leaderboard after this question is Jodi Taunk is leading this round. Number 4. Who is the current secretary of DBT, Department of Biotechnology? Ashutosh Sharma, Renu Surup, Garima Jain, Harshvardhan. Renu Surup is the right answer. She was she's a very well-known geneticist and plant breeder, and she's also credited for establishing the first microbial culture collection center in Pune. At the end of this round, we can see that Jyoti is still leading the competition. Next is 5th question. First Indian engineer who became elected as a fellow of the Royal Society of London. A.S. Kiran Kumar, Minal Sampath, Sharma, Ritu Karidhal. So the right answer was Sharma, and we are really fortunate to have him deliver a talk called "A Role of Innovation to Trigger Rapid Growth" on 25th of February as part of the Foundation Day celebrations. He also won Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan and also Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award. At the end of 5th question, the one leading is someone called Kaushik Kumar Baidia. He is the one leading this the quiz as of now. Next is 6th question. Which among the following is a wetland in Punjab? Bhoj wetland, Chilika wetland, Harike, Sur Sarovar. Yes, Harike wetland is the correct answer, and it is governed by Ramsar Convention for the action for the conservation of the wetland. You see, the Ramsar is a town in Iran. At the end of this round, as we can see in the leaderboard, Rashmi Patnaik is leading this round. Rashmi Patnaik. Congratulations, Rashmi. Question number 7. A river not flowing through Punjab. Remember, not flowing through Punjab. Ravi, Satluj, Krishna, and Bias. Krishna, correct answer. Most of you answered it right. As you know, Krishna is originating in Maharashtra and flowing through Karnataka, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh, and 4th largest river in India. And at the end of this round, as we can see, the leader is Rashmi Patnaik. Next is 8th question. Name the Indian scientist who got the highest French distinction National Order of Merit in this year, 2021. It's a very latest story. Rohini Godbole, Ritu Karidhal, Ike Janaki Ammar, and Muttaya Vanita. Yes, most of you answered the right answer. Rohini Godbole from Indian Institute of Science. She's a high energy physics, and the merit that she got is Ordre National du Mérite, the National French Order of Merit. And she also won Padma Shri Award in 2019. Rashmi Patnaik is still winning this round at the end of 8 questions. Let's go to the next question. The inventor of radio, who did a live demonstration in 1895, S.N. Bose, Meghnad Saha, Marconi, and J.C. Bose. Yes, most of you answered Marconi. Yes, that is what the world think, that radio was invented by the Italian scientist Marconi, but that is not right. It was actually by the J.C. Bose here in India, in Kolkata. In 1895, he did a live demonstration in Kolkata, the radio in the electromagnetic wave transmission. But unfortunately, he did not patent it for moral reasons and ethical reasons. But it was patented by Marconi. He got the patent after 2 years in 1897. So the real inventor of radio is indeed Jagadish Chandra Bose, and J.C. Bose is really a polymath. He is also a botanist who invented cruscograph, the plant growth measurement instrument, and also he's a fiction writer. He wrote many of the Bengali fictions. So that is the right answer is JC Bose. At the end of 9th question, Kriti is winning this round at the end of the 9 questions. So Kriti is getting 7433 scores. Next is 10th question. Which among the following is an Indian station in Antarctica? Himansh, Bharati, Prithvi, and Himadri. Indian station in Antarctica. Bharati station is the right answer, answered by 149 participants. And that is the right answer. It was established in the year 2012, and this is, I was privileged to be part of this mission, Indian Antarctic mission, and I could able to go to this Bharati station in 2016. Again, Kriti is topping, followed by Ayush Kumar Jha and Jaidev Singh Diora. Question number 11. Indian station in the Arctic. Remember, this is Arctic station, not Antarctic. Himadri, Maitri, Uttar or Himagiri? Himadri, most of you answered it right. Himadri is the station in the Arctic. So as we can see, who is winning after this leaderboard? It is again by Kriti with 831. It's by 9258 points. Now let us see question number 12. 12th question is Saheli, world's first non-hormonal contraceptive pill, is one of the popular invention credited to which of the following organizations? INCOIS, CSIR, DRDO, and ICRISAT. So most of you answered it right. CSIR, correct. So CSIR is actually by CDRI, Central Drug Research Institute in Lucknow, and it's a selective estrogen receptor modulator, or meloxifene, the Saheli, which is marketed also under the brand name Choice 7. So this answer, who got this wrong correct? Parikshita Rathore Hero, who got it faster. Still, Kriti is the top of this leaderboard. Ayush Kumar Jha is closely second. Next question, 13th question of 50 questions. Nobel Prize winner who is credited for the discovery of the genetic code. Venkatraman Ramakrishnan, Erwin Shagoff, Subramanian Chandrasekhar, Hargobind Khurana. Hargobind Khurana is the right answer, answered by most of you. 188 of you answered this one right. And as you know, Hargobind Khurana is a Punjabi scientist. His mother tongue is Punjabi. And even his landmark discovery even have led to a large number of cascading effects. Even right now the vaccine against the corona, the mRNA vaccine like Pfizer vaccine and Moderna's vaccine, all this development made possible by this Indian origin scientist, the Punjabi scientist Hargobind Khurana. He got the Nobel Prize in 1968. At the end of this, who is leading the race? Parikshita Rathore is the topper now. Second is Ayush Kumar Jha. Third is Subhijit Verma. Let us see, will they able to continue the lead? Next question, 14th question. The first Indian citizen to travel to the space. Raja Chari, Rakesh Sharma, Ravi Malhotra, Kalpana Chawla. Most of you answered it right. Rakesh Sharma, he was a wing commander with the Indian Air Force. He was a pilot with Indian Air Force. And in 1984, he went to the space first time. He is the first Indian who ever goes to the space aboard the Soyuz T-11 of the Russia. He was launched from the Russia. And who answered it faster and who is winning the race? As we can see, Parikshita Rathore is still on the top. Question number 15. Which among the following is a high altitude research station in Himalayas? High altitude research station. Himansh, Bharati, Prithvi, Himadri. Himansh is the right answer, and majority of you answered it right. Himansh is the right answer. It is established by Ministry of Earth Science in 2016 in Lahaul Spiti Valley of the Himachal Pradesh. And as we have already said, the Himadri is a station, Indian station in Arctic. Actually, Himadri is in the Svalbard Island of the Norway, which is around 12,000 kilometers from the North Pole, which was established in 2008. So the correct answer is Himansh. So at the end of this round, who is winning the race? Parikshita Rathore is still on top, closely followed by Shobhit Verma. Question number 16. Who won the World Food Prize in 2020? Kadambot Siddique, Emma Swaminathan, Ratan Lal, Harish Nayar. Ratan Lal is the right answer, and majority of you answered it. I'm really happy that you are all really updated with what is happening in the world of science and technology. Ratan Lal he won this prestigious World Food Prize in 2020 for his work on soil science, especially carbon sequestration potential. He found that the soil microbes can sequester almost 3 times than that of the plants. So the importance of soil for the agriculture. So that brought him this very prestigious award, the World Food Prize. At the end of this round, is Parikshita is still on top? Yes. Parikshita, Shobhit Verma, and Ayush Kumar Jha, they are the winning this race as of now. 17th question. Who led NASA's Perseverance mission that landed in the Mars on February 18, 2021? That is last week, you see, the latest question. Swati Mohan, Smita Mohan, Sunita Mohan, Smriti Mohan. A very famous mission, NASA's Perseverance, Swati Mohan is the right answer, and most of you answered it right. But who answered it faster? Swati Mohan is a brilliant Indian, so she was born in Bangalore and educated in Ivy League institutes, Cornell and MIT. She got her PhD from MIT, and who answered this round faster? So at the end of this, the Ayush Kumar Jha is now winning. He answered it faster with 12,257 points. 18. India has only one active volcano. Which among the following? Tal volcano, Mount Bromo, Mount Tambora, Barren Island. Barren Island, again, most of you answered it right. Barren Island is a it's a volcano situated in our Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It's a very famous tourist spot as well. Of course, tourism is not allowed, but you can go to a close proximity. At a distance, you can view it. At the end of this round, Ayush Kumar Chai is still topping this one, right? Ayush Kumar Chai is with 13,000 points. 19th question. The current age in the geological time scale. What is the current age of the Earth? North Grippian, Greenlandian, Anthropocene, Macaulay. Most of you answered Anthropocene. Unfortunately, that is not the right answer. Anthropocene is a current epoch or epoch, and the current age is Macaulay, which was recently replaced the Greenlandian. Macaulay started 4,250 years ago, and Anthropocene, as we know, it is a current epoch, which was recently replaced the Holocene. And Quaternary is the current period, Cenozoic is the current era, and Phanerozoic is the current eon. So at the end of this round, Debjyoti Rai Chowdhury is the fastest. But at the end of this round, Ayush Kumar Chai is still topping the chart. Twentieth question. 15th century scholar Nilakanta Somayaji, he worked in which field? Mathematics, geology, Ayurveda, taxonomy of Sukshmano, the ancient term for bacteria. So most of you answered the last choice, the taxonomy of Sukshmano, which is not the right. The first one is the correct answer. He is a very famous astronomy and mathematician from Kerala School of Astronomy and Mathematics, and he wrote a very famous book in Sanskrit called Tantra Samgraha. So Tantra Samgraha by the Somayaji. And at the end of this round, who is winning? Ayush Kumar Chai is still topping the chart. First question. An ancient Indian who championed atomism, a concept that led to the development of the atomic theory. Aryabhatta, Kannada, Charaka, and Vagpada. Aryabhatta, Kannada, Charaka, Vagpada. Most of you answered Aryabhatta. No, Aryabhatta is famous for the astronomy, you see. Kannada is the right answer. So Kannada is the founder of the school of a philosophy called Vaisheshika. And he is a 2nd century BC scholar. And he is the earliest to come up with an atomic model. And, of course, that was formalized by Rutherford, the British chemist, and Niels Bohr, the Danish chemist. So the credit actually the credit should go to the Canada. Canada is the one who actually come up with the most accurate ancient model of the which is a precursor of the current atomic model. So at the end of this round, let's have a look at the leaderboard. Ayush Kumar Chai is the one who answered it faster. Very good work, Ayush. You're doing a great job today. Next question. Vrikshayurveda, arguably the oldest plant taxonomy treatise, was written by whom? Charaka, Susruta, Vedavyas, Surapala.
Participants and one.
Susruta is the one which most of you answered, which is not right. It is Surapala. Surapala is the right answer.
International science quiz. Oh my God.
Please mute all of you. Please mute. Yes, Surapala is the right answer. The Surapala is the person who founded the Vrikshayurveda, and Maharshi Surapala is a scholar of 1200 BC, and his Vrikshayurveda is, it's considered to be one of the ancient treatise precursor to the Indian pharmacopoeia. So, who answered it faster? So Ayush Kumar Chai is still topping the chart. Next question. Mother of botany in India. Who is considered to be the mother of botany? Janaki Ammar, Asima Chatterjee, Iravati Karve, Manju Sharma. Janaki Ammar is the right answer. Most of you answered it right. 199 participants answered it right. And Janaki Ammar is from Kerala and a plant cytogeneticist, ethnobotanist, and PhD from University of Michigan way back in 1931. And again, Ayush Chai is leading this round. Next question. The fastest supercomputer of India. Param, Mihir, Pratyush, and Brahma. Param is the right answer and answered by most of you. It's called Param City AI from the CDAC in Pune with 5.3 petatop speed. It is one of the fastest supercomputer of the world. And at the end of this round, we can see that Ayush Kumar Chai is still topping the chart. Next question, the 25th question. We are in the middle of this quiz competition. The Nobel Prize winner who is credited for discovering how light scatter. C.V. Raman, Venkatraman Ramakrishnan, Abhijit Banerjee, and Har Gobind Khurana. C.V. Raman is the right answer. Of course, he won the Nobel Prize in 1930 for this seminal discovery, the Raman effect. So at the end of this round, we can see that, yes, so it is still Ayush Kumar Chai is topping. '26th question. Chandrayaan-1 mission was launched in which year? 2015, 2018, 2008, 2005. So 2008 is the right answer, and majority of answered it right. So it has led to so many interesting discoveries, including the lunar water, first time in the world. It was launched by PSLV LC11, XLC11 at Satish Dhawan in our own soil, you see, in Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh. So at the end of this round, again, Ayush Kumar Chai is topping. The Nobel Prize winner who is credited for solving the structure and function of ribosome, the powerhouse of cells. Who discovered the function of ribosome? Venkatraman Ramakrishnan, Subramanya Chandrasekhar, C.V. Raman, Har Gobind Khurana. Venkatraman Ramakrishnan, majority of you answered it right. V. Ramakrishnan, it is 145 people. So he is a past president of the Royal Society of London, very prestigious society. In 2009, he won the Nobel Prize, and he was born in Chidambaram in Tamil Nadu. So at the end of this round, as we can see, Ayush Kumar Chai is still topping the quiz. '28. Father of Indian statistics. P.C. Malnobis, Radhakrishna Rao, Jayanta Kumar Ghosh, Samarendranath Roy. P.C. Malnobis is the right answer. He is the founder of the ISI in Kolkata and a good friend of J.B.S. Haldane, the famous British evolutionary biologist. And at the end of this round, again, we can see that Ayush Kumar Chai is still on the top. Next question, the 29th question. First and only Indian woman who became the fellow of the Royal Society of London. Chandrima Saha, Gagandeep Kaur, Rohini Godbole, E.K. Janaki Amar. Gagandeep Kaur is the right answer. Most of you answered it right. I'm really happy. Most of you are really well updated. And Gagandeep Kaur is from Punjab, actually. You know, her first language is mother tongue is Punjabi. Born in Shimla and famous in CMC Vellore. And you know, of course, she is working a very famous virologist, working even with the COVID-19 epidemiology and clinical intervention. And she is very interestingly, she changed school 10 times. And all around India. So she's a daughter of India, I can say. The next question is the 30th question. The highest award for the scientist in India, also known as Indian Nobel Prize, Padma Bhushan, Bharat Ratna, S.S. Bhatnagar Award, Infosys Award.
Bharat Ratna.
Yes, it is S.S. Bhatnagar Award. The Bhatnagar is, you know, he is a very famous colloid chemist. So he's also the first Director General of the CSIR and first chairman of the UGC also. So this is a very famous award. You know, even today's chief guest is also a winner of this S.S. Bhatnagar Award, as we have seen that. So this is the right answer. So at the end of this round, as we can see, it's still Ayush Kumar Chai is topping the chart. Which among the following was the first satellite launched by Indian Space Research Organization in 1975? Aryabhatta, Bhaskar, Rohini, INSAT 1A. Aryabhatta is the right answer. 267 of you answered it right. Yes, Aryabhatta is an ancient astronomer of 500 BC. And yes, so it is, you know, the satellite was launched by Cosmos 3M from Russia. Yeah, you know, in way back in 1975. Ayush Kumar Chai is still topping this round. Next question. Father of Indian nuclear program. Who is the father of Indian nuclear program? Anil Kakodkar, P.K. Iyengar, H.J. Phapha, Ratan Kumar Sinha. Homi Jahangir Bhabha is the right answer. So it was answered by a majority of you, as we can see. And H.J. Bhabha is the founding director of TIFR, very prestigious organization. And he got his PhD from University of Cambridge. and he's also an FRS. And unfortunately, he died in a plane crash, Air India plane 101 in 1966 at Mont Blanc in Swiss Alps. Ayush Kumar Cha answered it right. First IIT established in 1951. IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, IIT Kharagpur, or IIT Delhi? So IIT Kharagpur, most of you answered it right. IIT Kharagpur is the oldest IIT in India, and at the end of this round, again, we can see that Ayush Kumar Cha is topping the chart. Indian Academy of Sciences, established in 30s, is based at which place? So it is established in 1934. Allahabad, Bangalore, New Delhi, or Kolkata? Bangalore. Most of you answered it right. But as we know, it is, the faster you answer, we will get it. So at the end of this round, again, we can see that Ayush Kumar Cha is topping the chart. Next question. India's Mars orbiter, Mangalyaan, was launched in which year? 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. So most of you answered 2013, which is the right answer. And as we know, it is a Mars Orbiter Mission, MOM, and it's our first interplanetary mission, and it is launched from our own soil in Satish Dhawan Space Station in Sriharikota. And at the end of this round, we can see still Ayush Kumar Cha is topping the chart. 36th question. Founder of Indian Academy of Sciences. C.V. Raman, Birbal Sahni, Prafulla Kumar Roy, or Srinivasa Ramanujan? C.V. Raman answered, and that is the right answer. C.V. Raman is the founder of the Indian Academy of Sciences, Bangalore. So at the end of this round, we can see that Ayush Kumar Cha is still topping the chart. Next question. A famous paleontologist. C.V. Raman, Birbal Sahni, Srinivasa Ramanujan, Vikram Sarabhai. Birbal Sahni, most of you answered, which is the right answer. Birbal Sahni is a paleobotanist, and we have an institute on his name, Sahni Institute of Paleontology in Lucknow. So at the end of this round, we can still see that Ayush Kumar Cha is still topping the quiz. Next question. Father of library science in India. Harinath De, Shalini Urs, Yelapagoda Subbarao, S.R. Ranganathan. So S.R. Ranganathan is answered by most of you, and that is the right answer. And National Library Day is celebrated every year on 12th August to commemorate his birthday. And he is from BHU, Varanasi. And we can see that in the leaderboard, it is still Ayush Kumar is top, but Shobhit Verma is closely second. So let us see that will the participants able to maintain the lead. So 39th question of the day. Scientist who is internationally credited for solving the peptide structure, the protein structure. Jagannath Ganguly, G.N. Ramachandran, C.N.R. Rao, Bimal Kumar Bachawat. G.N. Ramachandran is the right answer, and most of you answered it right. So yes, he is from University of Madras in Guindy campus, and Ramachandran plot is named after him. Famous, the plot for the peptide structure. And at the end of this round, Ayush Kumar Chai is still topping the chart. Next. The first ever Bharat Ratna conferred to 3 Indians in 1954 included a scientist. Is it true or false?
True.
So true is answered by most of you, 294 people, and that is the right answer. Yes, the scientist is C.V. Raman. C.V. Raman got the Bharat Ratna in 1954. And at the end of this round, we can see that Ayush Kumar Chai is still topping with 30,034 points. Next question. Who authored a rare, important book published in 20th century, The History of Hindu Chemistry? C.V. Raman, Birbal Sahni, Prafulla Chandra Ray, Srinivasa Ramanujan. So most of you answered it right. Prafulla Chandra Ray is a very famous Bengali chemist and fellow of Royal Chemical Society. He is the one who, this is the correct answer for that. So Prafulla Chandra Ray, who authored this famous book. So again, we can see that Ayush Kumar Chai is the fastest to answer it as well. 42nd question. A massive galaxy supercluster in Pisces constellation discovered by Indian astronomers in 2017. See, it's a very new discovery. Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kamathenu, Durga.
Durga.
Saraswati is the right answer. Most of you answered it right. Yes, Saraswati was discovered by a team from IISER Pune and IUCAA, that is Inter-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics, again based in Pune. And Ayush Kumar Chai, we can see, is still topping the chart. Current director of ISRO, Kasturi Rangan. Shivan, yes. So Shivan is the right answer. Most of you answered it right. 191 participant answered the Shivan as the right answer. So not Venkatraman Ramakrishnan or Shekhar Mande. So majority of you answered it right. K. Shivan. So as we can see at the end of this round, the leaderboard is still Ayush Kumar Chai is topping the chart. Next question. An endemic seaweed discovered in Indian coast in 2014. Sargassum Purva, Ulva Paschima, Dervilia Dakshina, and Himantothalus indica. Ulva Paschima is the right answer, and this is done by our own team here in Punjab, in Central University of Punjab in Bathinda. And I'm really happy that majority of you answered it right. Ulva Paschima is the right answer. As we can see, it is very close fight between Ayush Kumar Chai and Shobhit Verma. We can see that it's both are neck to neck. The competition 33,561 point and 33,160 point. And Sahil is the third. Question number 45. Only 5 questions left. A quantum physicist after whom the subatomic particle boson is named. SN Bose, JC Bose, SC Bose, AG Bose. SN Bose is the correct answer, and most of you answered it right. SN Bose stands for Satyendranath Bose. He is also an FRS and Bengali mathematician and theoretical physicist. And at the end of this round, we can see that still it is by Ayush Kumar Jha is topping the chart, closely followed by Shobhit Kumar Verma. 46th question. A well-known Indian physicist who worked on the singularity that led to the discovery of black holes. Harish Chandra, Subramanya Chandrasekhar, E.C. George Sundarshan, or A.K. Roy Chowdhury. A.K. Roy Chowdhury is the right answer, but most of you answered Subramanian Chandrasekhar. That is not the right answer. You know, he's a Bengali physicist, and his work on singularity actually led to the discovery of Nobel Prize. As we know, the discovery of black hole won Nobel Prize a few years back, the physics Nobel. So A.K. Roy Chowdhury is the right answer. So at the end of this round, we can see that Ayush Kumar Jha is still on the top, followed by Shobhit Verma and Parikshita Rathore. 47. Only 3 questions left now. India's largest nuclear station. Kudangulam, Tarapur, Narora, or Kalpakam? Kalpakam is not the right answer. Most of you answered it, but Kudankulam is the right answer. Kudankulam in the Tamil Nadu, the new, the nuclear power station is now the #1 in India. Kalpakam is only #2. So this is the right answer is Kudankulam. And as we can see that in the leaderboard, Ayush Kumar Jha is still on the top. Shobhit Verma and then closely followed by Parikshita Rathore. Now coming to the 48th question, only 2 questions left in this International Science Day quiz. Who identified science without humanity as one of the 7 deadly sins? M.K. Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar, Rabindranath Tagore.
Rabindranath Tagore.
M.K. Gandhi is the right answer, and most of you answered it right. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, our Mahatma Gandhi, the father of nation, he is the one who identified that science without humanity as one of the deadliest sins. And at the end of this round, we can see that Ayush Kumar Jha with 35,437 points on the top, closely followed by Shobhit Verma, and then 33,683 points. Parikshita Rathore is #3. And 49th question, only 2 questions now left. An architectural site for astronomical observation. Qutub Minar, Jantar Mantar, Elephanta Caves, or, Gangai Kota, Cholapuram. Jantar Mantar is the right answer, and most of you answered it right. 174 of you answered this correct answer. And at the end of this round, as we can see that it's very close competition between Shobhit Verma and Ayush Kumar Jha. Ayush Kumar Jha is still on the top, followed by Shobhit Verma and Parikshita Rathore. And now the final question of today's International Science Quiz. Let us see who is the winner determining question, the 50th question of this Science Day quiz. The first Indian woman who landed in the space. Landing is not possible, of course, being to the space. Yes, that is the answer. Shavna Pandya, Sunita Williams, Kalpana Chawla, or Kamala Williams?
Kalpana Chawla.
The right answer is Kalpana Chawla. By 291 of you answered it right. 291 of you, that's correct. But who answered it faster and who is the winner of today's competition? Let us see the winner. So as expected, it's Ayush Kumar Chai is topping this round as well with 38,096 points. Ayush Kumar Cha, congratulations Ayush Kumar Cha. And followed by Shobhit Verma with 37,610 points. Shobhit, congratulations Shobhit. And with the third winner is Parikshita Rathore, 35,407 points. Congratulations, Parikshita Rathore. I can only identify Parikshita Rathore. She is our PhD student in the university. I hope you are the same Parikshita Rathore. I'm not sure. So let us see who is the winner. So you are welcome to please email me felix.bast@gmail.com. Please email right away. Okay. So this all of you are going to get the awards. There is a cash prize, and yes, so big congratulations. We have got tremendous number of responses. Ayush Kumar Chai is the winner. Congratulations, Ayush Kumar, with 38,096 points. Then second is Shobhit Verma with 37,610 points. Then Parikshita Rathore. 35,407 points. Big congratulations, all of you. And yes, so I hope we can we can conclude this session because we are already we are running out of time. So let us conclude this one. Over to Dr. Raj Kumar is here, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Would you like to say a few words before we conclude?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so I would like to thank all of you, our chief guest, Professor Shekhar Mandeji, Honorable DG CSIR, for presiding over the event and sharing his valuable views on today's Science Day and our Foundation Day. Thanks are due to our Professor R.P. Tiwari, Honorable Vice Chancellor of this university, for his presidential remarks and his visionary thoughts promoting such kind of wonderful activities in CUPB. And thanks to our DIA, DSW, and Dean Research for encouragement, and thanks to our Registrar Sir, K.P. Mudraji. And many thanks to Science Day committee members, and especially Felix for proposing such a beautiful idea to conduct this event of international quiz and making it a great success. And thanks to all the participants and winner, Ayush, Shobhit, and Parikshita, for making it a great success. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. All of you, please rise for the national anthem. Thank you so much, all of you. Have a good day.